What's up, guys? I'm Maurice, and this is... Let's jump right into the question. Mo, can you do an album review of Marshall Mathers LP2? And can you admit Eminem was always and is better than Kanye? Thanks, Viva. Kevin. I feel like I've received a lot of emails like this lately, and it's time for me to finally stand up. The new Eminem album stinks. It stinks. And I say that as every bit of an Eminem fan as you guys, and probably even more so than the majority of you. I'm infinite. You heard of hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hit a beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. The man to me is easily a top 5 rapper of all time, and in no way do I think him coming out with a stinky album knocks him out of that top 5. But the album is stinky. The top 3 Eminem albums are as follows. Number 3, The Eminem Show. Number 2, The Slim Shady LP. Number 1, The Marshall Mathers LP. Now I can't explain to you entirely in words why Marshall Mathers LP2 sounds like audio doo-doo, because a lot of that comes down to taste. It'd be like some foodie restaurant critic trying to explain to a child who only grew up on McDonald's why sautéed lamb's brain is better than a hot apple pie. The kids' buds just aren't ready to accept that yet. They aren't sophisticated enough. Just as I'm sure a lot of your ears aren't sophisticated enough to understand why Yeezus is genius and Marshall Mathers LP2 is horrible trash water. And that's not the only difficult thing here. Dissing Eminem is different than dissing Drake or dissing Rick Ross because there are several other factors at play, namely history and race. History-wise, Eminem is a Hall of Fame level rapper, and because of that, some people think of him as beyond criticism. He's not. And besides, like I said, having something shitty come out now doesn't change the genius stuff that came out before. What happens now doesn't change what happened in the past. Just as, Jordan on the Wizards didn't change the fact that Michael Jordan was the best player of all time on the Bulls. You think Magna Carta Holy Grail was a good album?
Wrong.
Secondly, there's race. It seems like whenever I take a shot at Eminem, one of the readers or one of my followers on Twitter swear it's something racial. Which is ridiculous because if you ask any black guy under 35, they like Eminem. The problem and the reason for the divide is that black people can see Eminem sucks now, whereas white people have a hard time grasping that. It's like the opposite of Michael Vick. Watch any black commentator on TV, and they talk about the guy like he's still splitting linebackers on the way to winning playoff games, and not the guy ruining his hamstring running out of bounds. Some white people hear Eminem and they still hear the same brash, drugged out, I don't give a fuck rapper they loved, when in reality it's just some lame pop beat or some Rihanna hook or some crap that Rick Rubin slept over and is thrown on a record. It's terrible. It's awful music, and to hear one of your all-time faves take a nosedive is hard to deal with, but it's way worse to convince yourself that something bad is good. Eminem can still rhyme like crazy, and he still has more and better flows than most, but without taking chances and evolving sound or escaping predictable patterns, it's really just good lyrics over poop sounds. Praise Jesus. Me and Marcus Allen went over to see Nicole and we heard her knock at the door. Must have been Ron Gold. Jumped behind the door, put the orgy on hold, killed them both, and smeared blood on the white Bronco.